Hey, Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome to Songs of Silence, the Crownless King. This is a brand new DLC for this game. If you're not familiar with this game, it is such a beautiful game. And I'm very lucky to have been sponsored by the developers to promote this new DLC. It's got a whole bunch of new hero archetypes. You've got 4 new units and a new perk. You've got new strategy cards, building upgrades, battle cards. You've got a whole new campaign that we'll be checking out with a whole new narrative. And there's also a special gemstones resource. So let's go ahead and jump in and try out the new campaign. So if you're not familiar with the game, it's sort of an indie game, and I've been wanting to sit down and actually play through the game for YouTube, which is why I haven't actually released videos on the previous campaigns. But this DLC introduces the Crownless King, who follows this guy, whose name I've immediately forgotten, but basically he's kind of like a roguish kind of guy. The Crown in the Mud. The Midlands have fallen, their rusted crown long buried beneath torn banners. It's only a matter of time before lurking kingdoms or the silence divide what remains, unless one man steps forward and lifts the crown from the dirt. There's a little bit of a reference of the crown from the gutter here. Let's go ahead and jump in. So one of the things I love about this game is just how beautiful the art style is. They use this kind of Art Nouveau style in the graphics, and I just love the way things look. Also, I'm pretty sure it's a fully voice acted campaign, or at least mostly voice acted campaign. His name is Thorn, that's right. So this is my mount.
Hungry, Thorn. When do we hunt something bigger?
Always whining, eh? The Gestalt diet suits you well. You were getting a bit chubby before.
To the west, boss. A whole pack of Gestalts. Must have slipped through the passage in the night.
So these are going to be the enemies that we are going to be taking out. The Gestalts are interesting. They're kind of like
There you go, Aid.
undead. Except weird, because this game does things weirdly. So I don't need this tutorial. I've played the game a decent amount. One thing I will quickly do, though, is lower the sound slightly, because my ears are sensitive. I got sensitive little ears. So this is just like, I just want to take a moment to just appreciate how beautiful, like, the mountain ranges are. You've got these beautiful little lines. The trees, the way they sway back and forth. You can kind of see the tracks through the foliage where the roads are. This is my army, Thorn the Unruly. And the game wants us to go ahead and head to the location Fercy to take on these Gestalts. So we'll go ahead and make our way over there and go for an attack. All right, so we're up against a few enemies. So this is Thorn. He's on this big mounted unit. And we have this ability here called the Drunken Bolt, which causes a spike wagon to rush across the battlefield. It damages enemy units and drops off a bomb at the target area. It has a high chance to deal damage, a medium chance to poison or stun, and a low chance to heal them. So let's drop a Drunken Bolt right there. We'll kind of let the game unpause. So this is a Drunken Kobold. So we have a chance to damage or heal enemies, which is kind of hilarious. Then we also have the Triumph card, which makes my Grimhowl, which is Thorn's mount, crash into enemy lines, dealing damage depending on how many charges the card has, which I really like. I like that they've introduced these new card mechanics in the new expansion, the new DLC that we're playing right now, Crownless King, where like because I haven't seen this charge mechanic on a card before. So basically, you can either play the card regularly, like on a regular basis to get the Power 5 attack, or you can wait for a higher level of attack, and that's kind of an interesting trade-off that you have to just choose upon as a player. So now that it's charge 2, I'm going to charge these infantry over here, and he should turn around and do a big AoE attack, which should give us a big advantage. Okay, we've cleaned up the battlefield. Something I love about this game is that the battles are auto battles. They kind of play out without much need of input from the player, so you don't have to worry about it. It's like, it gives you that satisfying experience of like building an army and leveling them up and doing all sorts of stuff, but not having to like take 20 minutes to micromanage a battle. So it's something I really enjoy. So we got some gold loot that goes into our loot wagons. You can steal loot from enemies if you kill them. I can't tell if he actually leveled up or if he just got some experience. Anyway, we took some casualties, but no, we didn't actually lose any units. Our units just got hurt, which is always nice. Sounds like there's something in the fog of war to the north. Okay, so we need to rebuild a ruin. But the problem is we don't have any of the resources that are required to rebuild a ruin. Okay, let's check what my objectives are. Find and beat all the Gestalts that snuck through the purgatory. So I think this is my city as well. We're not actually producing any resources as it currently stands. And we don't need to come back here to heal, as far as I'm aware, because we haven't actually taken any damage. So we could just sweep up around these mountains. However, my hero doesn't have any movement speed left. He does have technically room for another unit, and some of these units are hurt. They should get a little bit of healing just chilling in the ruin, if I'm right. Yeah, I don't have the resources to rebuild, so we will just end our turn and see if we can't find our enemies. So hopefully these guys healed up a little bit, and we'll make our way around the mountain. So we're going to move forward into the forest. So you can kind of see that eye with the slash over it. That basically means that we will be invisible, or at least camouflaged while there. So I've got a Rotlaub here, which is an adventure location. We could go check that out, but it's a tier 3 adventure, so I might just keep moving forward to look for that enemy army. And there they are. It's a passive army, but if we do look, we can see not only are they Gestalt units, right? We've got Echoes, we've got Reisiger and Dargons. We've also got what looks to be a relic kobold wagon, which will add 2 movement points to the army. And then we've also got a loot wagon that we can steal here with 100 gold in it. So we're definitely going to attack these guys. Let's go ahead and pop out. I don't know if we need to rearrange our army for this fight. I think this arrangement is fine. Maybe I'll pop these guys back slightly so they don't get into the fight quite as quick, so they'll get targeted as likely, and then we'll push forward and make the attack on these guys. And that's really, you really only have control. Oh wow, my hero is taking a lot of damage. I'm wondering if I can drop a loot wagon there. I want to try to get him to somewhere safer, so I'm going to get him to charge away to somewhere that maybe isn't as dangerous, and we'll let my other units take care of these, because they did a big chunk of damage to him. And then we'll do a triumphant charge over here to try and get him out of danger again. Perfect. Okay, so he's not in danger now. We'll drop the drunken kobold over here, and they should drop a bomb. Boom. And then I'll do a charge attack as well, just to sweep in and get that kill. Perfect. So I don't know if we took any big losses. We may have taken some casualties, but we did succeed here. We got some gold, we got some experience. Casualty report. Yeah, the Vogelfrey cavalry have taken a bit of damage. But yeah, my army is pretty damn wounded now. So we beat all the Gestalts that snuck through the purgatory. So we need to make our way back to our city with all of our loot, because that's the only way you can actually turn in loot. Certain locations have a tag, and I think it's called supply. No. Here it is, storage. If a location has the storage perk, you can drop off resources in it. It's been a while since I played this game. I really do need to get around to doing a full playthrough of the campaigns, because there are so many campaign missions now. All right, let's go ahead and enter. Let's zip forwards. I think we want to just try to make our way to the capital city, so we'll just zip forward, and then we'll zip forward. We can't quite make it, so I'll just explore this fog of war on the edge here. I know there's probably nothing there, but just like something in me is like, I must explore. All right, let's go ahead and jump in the city now. Oh, someone appears.
While the rowdy band of brigands tears through the forest like a pack of drunken boars, Thorn lags behind and mutters something about needing to water a tree. "Reveal yourself, boy," he calls to the shadow that has trailed them with stubborn patience. The mist thins, and a figure in a torn traveling cloak steps forward. With solemn gravity, he bows before Thorn, as if this damp forest were a royal court.
Why'd you trail me, mage? Did the rebels finally send someone to get rid of their Gestalt problem?
Rebels? No. I heard you were the protector of these lands. I seek to join you.
Protector? Ha! You heard wrong, boy. We're rogues, criminals. No company for fine mages like you.
Sounds like this guy wants to join up with the Crownless King. So we're going to jump into our territory here. We do have a feast card. Oh.
Oi, we're back. You filthy lot best put a feast on if you want your cut of today's haul.
Boss is in a fine mood. Break out the good booze.
Yeah, see?
Give the pigs some truffles. They deserve it.
This mage boy.
Who are you? A bandit or something else? Cursed song.
He's suspicious.
That night, loud music and wild dancing fill the hill on which the Hogness stands. The revelry echoes through the stone corridors and across the dark slopes. It reaches the lone mage, wandering around the bandit's fortress, hungrily imagining the feast. The troops who silently emerge from the black purgatory nearby also hear it. No Gestalts this time, but something far more dangerous to the Midlands.
Okay, so we've got some sort of enemy coming out of the purgatory. But this time we do have a mage on our side. Oh, he's big.
Are you crazy? Somebody might actually hear us.
Sorry, I could not help it. His spell is just too tempting.
What is going on there? I better have a look.
So little mage guy is going to go check this out. So now we're playing him. We've got a purple flag. That's interesting. Investigate the strange group of Gestalt. So this guy, he's got these like trailblazer constructs. He himself is a part of the Hognest Bandits. And he's got these withered warden, which are like ancient protectors with giant stone swords. That's so cool. So many of these units are awesome. I love the art and storyline of this game. So what's this ability? He's got Infiltrate. Play an enemy location, temporary effect, destroy, desert. So basically he can make things desert from the army. Oh, that's really cool. It's quite expensive though. It has a long cooldown. So do I just walk towards them or should I go actually engage? I think I should engage. I don't know if this is what I was supposed to do, but it's what I have done. All right, let's kind of take a quick peek here. So we've got Thunder Song, which releases all stored hymn charges into the target area. Each charge sends an attack with a power of 3. For each additional charge, all charges receive +1 power. So if you fire it once, you get 1 attack of 3. If you fire it twice, you get 2 attacks of 4. If you fire 3 times, you get 3 attacks of 5. That's really good. Then we have Fly. All flying units can teleport across the battlefield. And then we have Hymn Exchange. Enemies within the target area receive attack 3 power. A 3 attack power attack. Blah, blah, blah. That's hard to say. Friendly construct adept type units are healed for every point of damage for type of dealt. Ooh, so this is like a heal. So this guy like uses constructs. Oh yeah, look at this. These guys are wailing on each other. I want to wait till this is fully charged. Oh, I'm losing constructs. That's a problem. I'll tell you what. I'm going to blast these guys over here. And then I'm going to do the hymn here to try to heal my guys. This guy needs to die. Okay, I lost a couple of my constructs. That's fine. We might be able to get more. These guys got heavily hurt. Let's fire another blast at them to try and finish them off. Beautiful. So we did lose a couple of our withered protectors or whatever they were called. Withered wardens. But that's fine. It's not the end of the world. So we investigated a strange group of Gestalts.
As the last of the oddly behaving Gestalts is struck down, the spell snaps with a crack. The red husks crumble, and instead of rotten bones there are iron helmets, each containing a very startled and entirely alive soldier. The peculiar pauses just long enough to stare at Otis in collective accusation, then promptly unravels in the wind and hurtles back to the purgatory, vanishing into the void, as if this strange occurrence never happened.
That's super interesting. So these weren't actually Gestalt units. They were people inside. That's interesting.
You idiot. You let them escape. I waited days for those Bragos bastards to show their faces.
Who are you?
That's how I feel. Like, who are you?
I'm Thorn's right hand, and you will regret this.
Why? I just beat them. What the hell? In the bedchamber of a not entirely awake Thorn.
If this is about the damn pigs again, I will throw somebody into the purgatory.
Sadly, it was not the pigs who ruined everything.
It was me. I did it.
I already apologized. What more could you...
For the first time, Thorn grants Otis more than a fleeting glance as he tells his story. Then, to the mage's surprise, he smiles broadly. The relief does not survive long. The look settling on Thorn's face suggests he has just selected a new candidate to throw into the purgatory, and Otis has the distinct misfortune of fitting the requirements rather beautifully.
Uh-oh.
You want to be a part of my family, mage? Then prove it. Clean up the mess you caused and bring me those Bragos scouts.
Part of the family? You cannot possibly be serious, Thorn.
And you, Asha darling, will make sure that mess is cleaned. Even if our mage here turns out to be a spectacular disappointment, yes?
What now, boss? Seems like these scouts scared all the real Gestalts away for today.
I'm hungry.
Aid is hungry. He's always hungry. Oh.
Remember Brattingen? That city knew its stews. Thick gravy, honeyed bread.
Heard the Inquisition passed through there with heavy hand. Same with Gans and Toffel.
The Inquisition, self-centered butchers. I say we knock politely and ask about the stew.
Finally, this is promising. A real snack.
Okay, so it's my turn, and I'm in charge of the Green Army. This is super interesting that I get to play like multiple different factions and kind of like storylines. So what does this feast do? Oh, so if I play the feast, I consume all of our remaining movement points, and I heal all units inside the army by 5% of their total health for each consumed movement points. So with 17, I would almost get a full heal. Well, let's see. Everyone is kind of hurt, so I'm tempted to play the feast. Honestly, seems like a perfectly reasonable decision considering how badly hurt my army was. So which way around do we want to go through the purgatory? I guess we can go through the purgatory. That's not a problem. Let's see. What do we got, Garden here? Looks like 3 garrison units. Let's go fight them. We do a little banditry. Looks like some of those mage units. We shouldn't have any problem killing these guys. Probably don't even need the drunk kobold, honestly. I will do a charge on these guys to try and get speed up the kills. And yeah, there we go. Perfect. The auto battle is almost done. And we got a victory. So we've taken out the enemies. This guy should level. Perfect. So Thorn, King of Pigs. Very cool. All right, and we got some more money that we can spend.
Think you drove them off. The Inquisition will not yield so easily.
Inquisition, Inquisition.
Of course. The moment the Inquisition withdraws, the ever-gloomy rebels come crawling out. Were you hiding?
What do you want here with your bandits? There's nothing left in this town to raid.
Imagine that. We only came for a good stew.
The rebel woman fixes Thorn with a hostile glare, but a hearty innkeeper shoulders past her and orders his cook to bring out their famous stew. The Hognest lot eats well that day. Even Aid's ever-rumbling stomach falls quiet for a blessed moment. Yet when they depart, no word of thanks comes from the rebels. They watch Thorn in silence, as he does what they have failed to do for months for the town.
Yeah, they're mad that we did the job they couldn't. Let's see. Be warned, little more than a few basic brigand units can be gained from these places until you win their favor first. So if we go into the town, do we want to pillage? I don't know. What's the prosperity level? It's only 1. So if I were to pillage this, it would be deleted, which would suck because then I'd have to rebuild it. Let's level up Thorn and see what we can do. So we've got Shield Warden, which summons a wooden target onto the battlefield for 8 seconds. That taunts nearby enemies, causing them to abandon their current targets and attack them instead. So this is like a survivability ability. That's very cool. Then we've got the Stampede of Roya, calls a Bull of Roya unit to stomp across the battlefield. It damages enemy units and drops off a small group of 4 brigand infantry in the target area. So this is like a summon and a battle. Then we've got a feast. We can improve the feast, which makes it cheaper to play. Ooh, that's actually really good. Really good sustain on that. I kind of like the upgraded feast. So we're going to upgrade the feast because I think we have a pretty strong army, and just if we can keep their health really high, we'll be in really good shape. Are we supposed to pillage? I don't know if we should. I always feel bad pillaging. Should I pillage? 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 I'm going to go against my instincts and I'm going to pillage. That didn't feel worth it for 50-ish gold. All right, we're out of movement, so let's end our turn. Let's go to the next location. What's our health looking like? Yeah, we're really healthy. We don't need to do a feast. So let's go to the next location. This should be another easy kill.
This place is under the observation of the Celestial Church.
More like the Celestial Splurch.
Oh? And what is the Inquisition hunting down here? Heretics in the tunnels? You will not mind if I give them a helping hand, will you?
True. Alright, let's take these guys out. We are up against some pretty strong flying units, and these guys look like they do big ranged attacks. Oh wow, some of this cavalry over here is already getting smirked. I want to get my hero in on these ranged units because I think they're really annoying me. So I'm also going to play the kobold wagon here. I don't know why he changed targets because I really want him to kill these because these guys seem to be doing work. So get him again. Do a charge attack. Beautiful. This guy's taking hits. Okay, we got those range units. I think we took some casualties here, which makes me sad. I don't like taking casualties. Alright, come on, get them with the charge attack. Boom. Alright, we killed him. Wow, we took a lot more damage than I was expecting here. Get him with the charge attack. Damn, that was a heavy fight. We lost our Svarters, we lost our Vogelfrei cavalry, and we lost one of our Hog Riders. Oh, we're in bad shape, man.
Badly battered, the Inquisition's hounds abandoned the mines and retreat, shouting empty threats about what they will do to the brigands if they ever return. Meanwhile, a ragged band of men in the colors of the Kronenhof rebels scrambles from the mine, offers a hasty bow, and flees the brigands almost as fast as the Inquisition did. Thorn only shrugs. A good mine is reward enough.
Okay, but the mine is damaged. I'm not even sure if it's really that useful.
A perfectly good mine. Reminds me of that brilliant plan I've been nurturing for quite some time. Just need to borrow some wood to patch it back together.
Okay, so he wants to rebuild the mine. I regret pillaging this. Uh-oh. I don't know if we can beat these guys. I suppose maybe I wasn't supposed to pillage that. It was a silly move of me. I have an idea. Here's what we do. We're going to head back to the capital city. We turn in our loot and we recruit some new units. Okay, so we turned in our loot. We have a bit of money. We could recruit some Hog Riders, which is what we have here. They are healing. And then we have the Hog Nest Boars. So now we've got some Svarters. We'll get some Hog Riders. We'll wait one turn. We'll pop in here. So these guys should heal now. Yeah, they're healing up. So I could upgrade my Svarters. So they become the Colossal Svarters, which I like the idea of. And then I'll wait another turn for these guys to heal. So we'll just chill for a turn, and then we'll use our money to recruit some more boars. And I'll wait one more turn, and then I feel like I can move. These guys should heal up to basically full health. Perfect. So now, let's get a move on. Ooh, I made some bad decisions when I pillaged that town. Uh-oh, it looks like a bandit lair has gotten set up there. Let's go defeat that.
At least they keep worse things away.
And then let's go attack this. I don't think we can attack it this turn, but we can definitely attack it next turn. We've got a neutral army over here. All right, let's jump in. We've got to siege it down for a turn. Let's go to the next turn. Oh, we're being attacked by some neutrals. Not my favorite outcome here. They're not the strongest ones. We did get a pretty solid charge off. Let's get the drunken kobold in there. Let's see, my leader's fine. I'm not going to waste the charge yet. Oh, that was a big bomb. Let's use the big charge on these poison guys because they're really annoying. So we'll boom, take one of them out. And I think we just got to kill this one last guy over here in the corner, and then that's a victory. Nice. Okay, sick. A bunch of experience, a little bit of gold. We are a little bit hurt now for the siege, which is slightly annoying. It's not too bad. We've taken a little bit of damage, and we're not exactly against like the biggest army ever. So I think we can go ahead and make the attack now. We've breached the gates. We'll head in, smash these guys. I think they do have a lot of ranged units, and ranged units struggle in melee. I'll just drop the drunken kobold here. Now they do have some defensive ranged attacks, so we do want to kill these guys as fast as possible, because those arrow volleys can become a big problem for us. Like even just a second arrow volley could be bad. Let's do another charge to try and get these kills before the arrow volley comes. And this guy just over here needs to die. Beautiful. Okay, I think we succeeded. Beautiful. That should be another level up. And we've captured the town.
Scuffle with the church troops, the rogues stand victorious. In the excitement, the pigs have enthusiastically knocked over their confession tower, which seemingly surrendered to gravity. What remains is a generous sprawl of beams and boards. Thorn considers this less destruction, more an opportunity. It would be a waste to leave such fine materials here.
Okay, perfect. So we got the supplies that we needed. Yeah, I don't think we should pillage here. So we've got a confession tower here. We've got gold, we've got unrest, we can store supplies here, it's fortified, it's garrisoned, it supplies, and it provides sight. So I think we'll just chill here for a turn, let our units heal up. I don't think we need to use the feast card, but I will play the level up on Thorn. So let's see here. We've got Light Fingers. Play on an enemy location to apply a temporary effect that diverts 25% of the gold and building material income to your own coffers. Rounded to the closest integer, lasts for 5 turns, can be played on capitals and neutral locations. Then we've got Shield Warden, or we could upgrade the Drunken Bold. This would reduce its cooldown from 20 to 15 seconds. I don't think we need to reduce the cooldown. I think that's fine. I'd much rather get access to the Shield Warden. Having an extra ability would be really powerful, especially since I can taunt my enemies, effectively increasing the combat strength, or like the health, the defenses of my army. I don't think we need to use the feast. I think because we're going to be sitting here and we're going to get a 20% health regen, I think we can just chill. And then we'll head back and try to rebuild these towns. So, Bratigan, Tafel, and Gans. Let's head over here and rebuild this.
Onslaught, hide the children quickly before they pick up their rotten manners.
So now the hamlet should start producing resources for us. Or at least it could in the not too distant future. Then let's go ahead and build up this mine. We'll play the building materials here. We should start getting building material income, I believe, from this. Ooh, we got the Weapon Forge building upgrade. Gigantic wooden bowls. Ooh, that's awesome. So now we have the Weapon Forge. It adds defensive fire card to the location, unlocks the following cards: the Bull of Roya and the Spike Wagon. Placing a building immediately ends the unrest state. That's really cool. So now we're going over to the other side of the Purgatory, where we can go check out what the other guys are up to.
We should find a place to set up camp first, then extend the search from there.
Find the Brago scouts he scared away and capture them. Then we have to keep these 2 guys alive until we set up camp. And we set up camp by building a hunting grounds building. So I think what we want to do is to put this place under siege. It has a void effigy in it. It has a watcher, which is a construct. It has a void effigy and a group of landwehr. Now the void effigy, increase the location income by 3 void essence, 3 building materials, add storage. Cool. Okay, so let's lay siege and then have these guys work together. There's an aggressive army over here. Zip off to the side here. Siege will end in 1 turn. We've breached the gates, so let's make the attack. I don't know if multiple armies get pulled in. I'm not sure if that's how that works in this game. I forget. I feel like I remember being able to bring multiples at some point, but that could just be me remembering badly. Alright, let's blast these guys to try to hurt them. And then we want to try to get some healing, if we can, on our constructs. To keep them healthy. I would like him to not die. Come on, don't let him die. Let's do a double blast on this guy. Should maybe get a kill. Yes, okay. We just need to kill this guy now. Come on, keep this withered construct alive. Okay, beautiful. We've taken out the enemies. So now we control this location. We have a camp. And he's almost leveled up, honestly.
It was pretty harsh of Thorn to send his right hand away so easily.
I am his right hand, if that is what you are questioning, outsider.
I'm questioning.
It's just that he is expecting better than that from his family. You need to earn Thorn's respect. But how would you know?
I'm just saying he didn't seem to respect
Thanks
you.
for the advice. I will see to that then.
Listen, I calls him as I sees him. Play Ash's Hunting Grounds card to disturb. Establish a hub for the Urfin mercenary camp. Serve as a recruitment point, fresh revival point for allies. Even rogues benefit from a little preparation. So we could pillage this. I think it would be inadvisable to pillage this. She has the Hunting Grounds ability, which gives us Hog Riders and Shadow Wolves. So let's play it right there. Now, if we zoom in, we can see this hunting ground. Let me see if I can get the... It adds supply and storage perks. So supply will allow us to regenerate our units here, and storage will allow us to drop off any loot wagons we manage to pick up. Really awesome. It's kind of interesting that we get to play 2 different factions in this one campaign mission. Like, we're playing one sort of focused on the overworld, and then the other one focused on this... I forget what the Darklands are called. I don't know, it's like the underworld. Who knows? Yeah, we don't really have any supplies to play, so what's our mission here? Find the Brago scouts. We do have some constructs here. It's an adventure location, a dark tower, and a ruin. Yeah, adventure. So like the adventure rank of a location is sort of like the difficulty. This place looks like it's packed full of bad dudes. They've even got a silent king. Monka S. We will not be going anywhere near this place for a long time. Even over here. Oh man. So what do you have in terms of units? So you've got Shadow Wolves, Feathered Hounds, and you're the Red Wolf. Okay. I tell you, let's end our turn. We'll just chill for a turn. Let's see, what do we got here? There's only 3 units defending this place. It's a location, Erdblood Vein, and a ruin. So do you think you could take those on? You are a hero, so you should have cards. You should be able to take this on, right? Yeah, okay, we're doing okay. Oh, those guys took a lot. Oh, we're taking a lot of damage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, so what do we got? Shadow Tactics. Summons Brigand Infantry. Spawns a Shadow Wolf Husk from all Wild Fang Hounds on the battlefield that lunges at the target attacking with a Power Bite 4. Let's do that there. Boom. Big damage. Holy crap, I think we just killed something. Then I think this is probably the area we're having the biggest difficulty, so I will also put my summons there. We're breaking through here. We're beating through here. The fight's pretty even over here on this left side, but if we can get some of these wolves to turn around and help, I think we'll be fine. We're taking some casualties. It's okay. Let's play the big bite again. There we go, that's another kill, and then we can spawn some more infantry. Okay, beautiful, we made it through. I don't think we lost any full units there, but we did take some casualties. We got a little bit of money out of it. Yeah, we didn't lose any full units, but we just took some basic casualties in combatants. Excellent. This is a ruin. Part of the problem, though, is that this ruin is in the silence, which means we can't rebuild it. Silent King. Vogelfrey infantry are pretty cheap, which is their main advantage, is their cheap chaff units. I do need these units to heal up, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Okay, the developers have literally updated the game while I'm playing, so I'm going to quickly save and reload. Okay, so the devs asked me to restart the game because they'd put an update in. They sneaked something in? What changed? I can't actually tell if anything changed. Okay, I think I'm going to recruit some infantry just to fill out this army. Now, they do have... They're not very good, okay, to be honest with you. But they have 2 health, 3 base power, and they do get stronger the more rogues are in the army. Plus, they also have the pillage bonus, which allows us to gain more money from fighting. And they do have evasion. So when they're defending against attacks, they're harder to kill. And also they can avoid trample. I'm going to kind of poke them into the back just to... maybe I'll poke them right here. That's fine. I kind of want to give these withered dudes a chance to heal. So let's keep exploring with... the Fox Lady.
Why do you want to join us anyway? Aren't mages meant to serve royal houses with names and prestige?
That's a good point.
Don't tell me you messed up somewhere else too.
It's a long story.
Oh, this guy's running from something.
So you did mess up somewhere else. Great.
You would not believe me if I told you.
Oh, now that makes you even more trustworthy.
Interesting. I wonder what his backstory is. Okay, so one more turn of rest. These guys will be at full health and I'll feel safe enough to venture out and attack this adventure location. Now, her wolves are a little bit hurt, so I am afraid to venture too far. But I will poke around. Let's see, what have we got here? Oh, this would be lovely to capture, but my people are a little bit too wounded. I'm going to bring her over to here now as well. Okay, so we're kind of at the edge of the map. Okay, yeah, we're at the edge of the map, so there's nothing there. Let's zip back into the forest nice and safe, and then we'll end our turn, and then we'll try to get her into here so she can heal up her army while we move out with this guy. So he's got 4 of 4. We're going to be going up against some Withered Guardians, a Wonderborn. This is a trample unit. Now, the interesting thing here is because it's a trample unit, the Volgafry infantry could actually do pretty well against him. So let's kind of reposition our army in preparation for this. So I believe we want you guys here, these guys here, you here, and then if I have you right there, you should be able to do really, really well against this. Let me just double check that positioning. Yeah, because the Volgafry infantry should go for this unit, which is bad at... they're good against trample units, basically, or at least they can hold their own against trample units, and then we can take out their Withered Guardians before our Withered Guardians get taken out. So I think we have a pretty good chance of winning this battle. So let's attack. Here we go. Our units come forward. He's going to come forward to attack the infantry and try to trample them, but they're not weak to trample, so that's perfect. We're taking out their guardians, and this guy's getting taken out as well. I'm going to fire a triple blast at their backliners. 1, 2, 3. Good, decent damage, nothing crazy. This guy wasn't able to take out my anti-trample infantry. I can actually get my hero to fly over because he is actually pretty good at flying. And if we can get the AoE damage in here, we should actually get some healing on our constructs. Okay, very nice. There's 91 gold, plus he leveled up. Hopefully we can get a good level up ability. There is an adventure in here. I don't know if we want to do the adventure. Right. Oh, what's this? We've infiltrate, we've rebuild. Let's play the strategy card to level up. And so we have a choice here. We can do the Call of Life, which fallen combatants of target units have a 10% chance to be revived. Damaged combatants of the target units are healed for up to 1 health. Oh, that's a really good heal. So that's really powerful. It's to prevent taking losses. Then we have Sabotage 1. Destroy any building, disable fortification, garrison, and supply for 1 turn. Oh, this allows you to bypass the need to siege. That's really strong. Or we could upgrade the Thunder Song to go to 4 charges. Now, 4 charges would make this ability really crazy. You would go from 3 charges of 5 power to 4 charges of 6 power, which is very strong. It would be usable less often. I really like the Call of Life. It's good when you have a lot of like massed units. So I think I'll take the Call of Life. It's just really, really good. Being able to heal. This guy can carry another unit now. I am going to get you to, let me see, what's your health looking like? Honestly, you're mostly looking okay. Only your Vogelfrei infantry are hurt. So I tell you what, let's see if I can get her, Fox Lady to zip past here and get over here to heal. Now this big army is, you've got the Koloss, you've got the Echoes, you've got the Weidegager. This could be a hard fight. This guy doesn't have trample. I'd feel a lot more comfortable engaging him with my mage if I was able to get another set of Vogelfrei infantry, because that would significantly increase the power of the army. So I tell you what I'll do. I'll let this lady heal up here. Oh wow, oh Jesus. We're going to get her to heal for a turn. Then I'm going to switch you back to deposit that loot. Let's see, we could get Vogelfrei cavalry. You have pillaged 3, which would get us more loot. But I think I'm going to go for another set of the infantry, because the infantry, they're relatively cost effective when you have a bunch of them. I am going to hide you over here because I don't want you to get captured like by these units. I like to play it safe when I play this game. I'm always worried to take risks. And I'd really like to capture this because in theory it should provide us with building materials, and I can start actually doing other things down here in the silence. So let's go chill in that forest. We could, I think, recruit a fox? No. Never mind. Let's put you in here. We could get you a Vogelfrei cavalry, which would work actually pretty well with the high-speed army that you have. So let's recruit that, and we'll put it into reserve because this will give access to the pillage perk for you. So when you do engage in fights, that'll be better. You'll get more money. Let's go ahead and end the turn. I'm worried about attacking these guys because there's a second army roaming around there, which could be a problem for us. Zip forward, and we'll go ahead and attack this. All right, let's see. So up against a few things. Oh, wow, that was a big first hit. Ouch. Okay, our infantry over here are taking serious damage. But I do want to charge up my ability before I go in. I want to drop the triple charge on these guys. 1, 2, 3. Big damage. And then I'm going to try to drop a heal on these guys. I'm going to drop a him on you. And I'll fly. Vogelfrei infantry are doing work. I'm worried about my constructs. So let's fire off a couple of blasts here. Okay, we lost 1 set of Vogelfrei infantry. That's okay. We also lost our withering constructs, which is unfortunate. But we did get some money out of this. And we should now gain a location that actually provides building materials, which means we can actually start like building up our economy in the bad place. So we take a look here. This is Pride Nabols. Yeah, we would love to build this up, but it requires 40 building materials, which we're not getting a huge amount at the moment. So take quite a few turns. I will let these guys sit here and heal for a bit as we continue to adventure through. I'm going to push you forward and I'll wait a turn. So our Vogelfrei infantry managed to just barely survive. Unfortunately, we did lose our Withering Colossus, so we will want to get a... Yeah, the Banding Rogue gives extra attack power and defense power, so we would like to get more Vogelfrei in here. Let's scooch forward. Yeah, see, the problem is these two armies are beside each other. So if I attack one, and if it's a rough fight, the other army will finish me off, which I'm worried about. But I am going to take the risk here. I'm going to attack the Koloss army to see if we can make a difference. Okay, we've got these guys here. I don't know if they're good against charging. My hero's into the fray. Right, so what do we got here? Hunter's Call. Let's go for the Hunter's Call over here. Big damage. Then we'll spawn some units here to try to surround this big beefy boy. The more attacks we can get landing on him, the higher chance we have of actually damaging him and wearing him down. He's almost done. I think we managed to succeed in taking no full unit casualties there. Beautiful. Let's have a look. Yeah, no full unit casualties, just regular combatant casualties. Now we have no movement left. I'm going to put my wounded units slightly behind my less wounded units. We do have a bit of gold, which is nice. We have a loot wagon that we can make use of. What is this? These could be the guys we were chasing down. They've got forest wardens. They've got all sorts of cool stuff. We could take them out. You're still healing up here, right? Yeah, so there's no point moving out with you at the moment. I guess in theory we could bring back the loot wagon. Let's just wait a turn before we think about that. Okay, here we go. We're under attack. So this is what I was worried about, but I did reposition my army to hopefully make more sense. We immediately lost some of our wolves. I need a big damage spike over here to take out these units. Looks like we did get some luck. I'm going to drop some summons here too to try to take some of the heat off my foxes. Yeah, this group of units over here is just devastating us. These guys in the south, they're just charging and mauling us. So hopefully we can get another big Hunter's Call on them to do damage. Didn't do too much. Let's summon more dudes to help. Summon, come on. There we go. The summon worked. We have a few little bits of extra infantry running around. I think we took some big casualties there. That's what I was worried about, attacking into that. If I wanted to play more patiently, I could have waited. But we did succeed. We just took more losses than I would like. We also got some gold, which is nice. So there's a level up. I think we lost 2 units based on the fact that she has 4 of 6 right now. Let's level her up. Let's see what abilities she can get. So we can get Light Fingers, allows us to steal gold and materials from a location. The Drunken Wold, or we could upgrade the Razier Pack. I'm going to go for Light Fingers, as this could allow us to get access to resources we wouldn't be able to. Plus, she can now recruit another unit. So, like, this place is producing a little bit of resources. So if I put Light Fingers in there, oh, it can't be neutral. That's useful to know. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you head home, and we'll get you healed up. You'll deposit your gold. We could recruit a Shadow Wolf. There was a Feathered Hound here. We'll bring the Fogelfry Cavalry forward. Play in a Feathered Hound unit to randomly upgrade it to a Feathered Majestic, a Primal Majestic, or a Shadow Wolf. Recruits a Feathered Hound when played on an empty spot. That's actually really, really useful, that she can kind of like recruit an army on the move. So we have a couple of Feathered Hounds here. We have a Shadow Wolf. We could recruit a Shadow Wolf. I think I would rather play these guys, cause these guys have Banding Guardian. Let me see if I can show you the Guardian banding. +1 power for every friendly Guardian unit. And so these guys are actually getting the +3 combat power on the attack and defense. So let's recruit another pack for 60 gold. I don't think we need the Hog Rider. Oh, wait, Shadow Wolves have the Banding Hound. Let me see that. Okay, so they actually get stronger the more hounds are in battle. So these guys are already like souped up like crazy. Very nice. Okay, we've got a relatively small army over here. It's a couple of Dragons we could take out. But you know, I don't want to spoil the whole campaign. I think this is a pretty good overview of what this game has to offer, and especially what this DLC has to offer. It has, not only does it have like a really deep level of gameplay and some really nice campaigns, but like if you ever get tired of the campaigns, you can always play it in skirmish mode. You could go skirmish, you can go online, you can host a game, you can just play against other players, you can play against the AI. This game has a lot to offer, and I think it just has a really unique and beautiful art style. So yeah, do remember to check out the links in the description. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!